Hare Krishna everyone. So in this session we're looking at Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 4, verse 34. So the verse goes, Tadvidhi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. And the English translation: just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively, and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Let's go into a brief explanation. So here Krishna is saying that we need to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. So what he means by learning the truth is acquiring knowledge, transcendental knowledge on the soul, the Paramatma, life, the purpose of life, and all of that. And he doesn't say that that we need to acquire this knowledge by just studying the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita or Chaitanya Charitamrita. He says by approaching a master, because by independent study of scriptures or by just dry arguments or mental speculation, one cannot progress in spiritual life. So Krishna advises us to approach a bona fide spiritual master, not just any spiritual master, but a bona fide one. What does bona fide mean? In the line of disciplic succession from the Lord himself to receive knowledge. So a spiritual master should be accepted in full surrender, without pride or arrogance, but with humility. So he says, inquire. In the verse, Krishna says, inquire from him submissively. Submissively means with humility, not in an arrogant way because we think we know too much. Not by questioning the authority of the bona fide spiritual master. So the self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. So they've seen the truth, as in they've acquired the knowledge in the line of the disciplic succession. So knowledge flows from the Lord through various acharyas, through Brahma, Lord Brahma, Narada Muni, Vyasadeva, and it reaches us through the spiritual master. Satisfaction of the self-realized spiritual master is the secret of advancement in spiritual life, because it gives personal satisfaction to the Supreme Lord. Now we know that the Guru is a representative of the Lord. So we cannot see Krishna, but we can see the spiritual master and we can serve him. And when we do that, it's like we're serving Krishna, because the Guru is the representative of Krishna. Prabhupada says that one should serve the spiritual master like a menial servant, because that helps us to cultivate humility. Menial means doing service with our hands, our body. Things like sweeping the floor, doing laundry, as opposed to maybe, maybe helping the Guru by posting videos of his lectures online, for instance, or writing our articles on devotional topics. Right, so qualification to understand the Bhagavad Gita. So the Bhagavad Gita is there, and anyone can decide to study it, right? And we can start to learn the verses and read it. But there's a qualification to understand it. We need to have faith in Krishna. We need to initially, to get the most out of Bhagavad Gita, to get realizations, we need to have faith and devotion to Guru and Krishna. Otherwise, we will not believe what's there and we will not apply the instructions. We need to have humility because there's many things we will not understand in the Gita. So we need to inquire. And so to inquire means we need to admit that we don't understand. So we're a fool. And that's how we can learn with this kind of attitude. We can learn from others. So humility. And the third one is enthusiasm to inquire. We should be interested, keen on knowing, keen on learning, and enthusiastic. So very proactively try to understand. So some people may say, well, no, there's no need to accept a spiritual teacher. What's this? What do we need to do that for? But let's see. The Supreme Lord, who is the supreme spiritual teacher himself, actually, when he comes in his avatars, he comes on earth, he himself shows us the importance of accepting a guru, because he does that himself. And he's like a model for all of us. So we see on the left, Lord Ram and Lakshman, they accepted Vashishta Muni as their teacher. Then we see in the middle, Lord Chaitanya, he accepted Ishwara Puri as his guru. And on the right, Krishna and Balaram, they accepted Sandipani Muni as their guru. So if you think about it, if the Lord himself is accepting a guru, then we should also accept a guru. So I'm going to go into Sampradayas. So in the Padma Puran, there is a verse. I'm not going to read the Sanskrit bit, but the translation goes, any mantra that does not come in disciplic succession is considered to be useless. Therefore, 4 divine individuals will appear in the age of Kali to found disciplic schools. The founders of these 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas are Lakshmi, Brahma, Rudra, and Sanaka. And their teachings will spread from Purushottam in Orissa. So this was a prediction that was made about the Sampradayas. So let's just take a look what Sampradayas mean. Sampradaya means authentic lines of knowledge. So we said the knowledge flows from Krishna to these personalities over here. And then these personalities, they have their own acharyas. They pass on the knowledge to these acharyas, who will then pass on the knowledge to other acharyas, and then it goes on like that. It's called a disciplic, from teacher to student to teacher to student. So Sampradaya is called disciplic succession. Knowledge received from any of these lines is unchanged. So it's a reliable path to self-realization. It's these are bona fide gurus we can accept knowledge from, because it's important to be careful when considering knowledge from other sources. Nowadays we have so many gurus. Some of them are self-made gurus, which means they may present fabricated ideas for personal gain. So many unauthorized editions of the Gita, for instance, are written not according to disciplic succession, but just for the purpose of business by people who do not accept Krishna as the Supreme Lord. So many editions of Bhagavad Gita with wrong comments, personal sort of views are there, and these are not bona fide editions of the Gita. So if we want to read the Gita, it should be Bhagavad Gita as it is, because it's unchanged. Comments are not based on personal opinion of the commentator, but on the actual verse itself, on the meaning, the actual meaning of the verse, as Krishna wanted it to be. So the four sampradayas we saw there according to the Padma Purana verse. Here they are. So we have Lord Brahma. So Krishna imparts the knowledge to Lord Brahma, who then appoints Madhavacharya to dissipate this knowledge. And then we have the Lakshmi Sampradaya. So Krishna passes on the knowledge to Lakshmi Devi, who then appoints Ramanuja Acharya. So we know the Sri Sampradaya. And this is Lord Shiva. So Krishna imparts the knowledge to Lord Shiva, who then appoints Vishnu Swami as the Acharya to pass on this knowledge. And then we have the four Kumaras, who appoint Nimbarkacharya to dissipate the knowledge. So let's take a look at more details regarding the Sampradaya. Our Sampradaya in ISKCON is the Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya, which means, so the Bhagavad Gita as it is received for this Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya. So Krishna, we know, imparted this knowledge to Lord Brahma, and then Lord Brahma to Narada Muni, who is his son, and Narada Muni to his disciple Vyasadeva, who then passed on the knowledge to Madhava, Padmanabha, Narahari, Madhava, Akshobhaya, Jayatirtha, Jnanasindhu, Dayanidhi, Vidyanidhi, Rajendra, Jayadharma, Purushottama. Number 17. Brahmanya Tirtha, Vyasa Tirtha, Lakshmipati, Madhavendra Puri, Ishwara Puri, Lord Chaitanya himself, who is none other than Krishna, we know accepted Ishwara Puri as his guru. So Ishwara Puri imparted knowledge to Lord Chaitanya, then Rupa, Swarupa Sanatan Goswami, Raghunath Jiva Goswami, Krishnadas, Narottama. So it went on like this until it reached Prabhupada. So we know from these pictures here, we know very famous pictures on every altar in the temple. So we have A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami here, number 32. His guru was number 31, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then number 30, so Gorakishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, number 29, and number 28, Jagannath Das Babaji. So the guru has seen the truth through the parampara system and is authorized to pass knowledge. So the guru is his bona fide authority. So disciplic succession means teachings flow from teacher to disciple. So basically it refers to the succession of spiritual teachers passing down unchanged knowledge. So remember we were saying there's many gurus nowadays, so many of them. So we need to discriminate when we decide to accept a guru. And the Shastras are full of instructions on how to choose a guru, what qualities to consider. So a genuine guru must have realized the absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, and he must be able to impart this truth to his disciple and free them from repeated birth and death. So what that means is So if a guru takes on a disciple, it's his responsibility to impart that knowledge which will save the disciple from having to come back to this earth again and again and again, from taking birth so many times again. So it has to be not just any knowledge, but it has to be knowledge pertaining to the soul, pertaining to the Supreme Lord, and how to break free from the shackles of this material world. Take for example, if say a guru is teaching the disciple how to make money, or how to, I don't know, live, let's say he's focused on immaterial things, material elevation of the disciple, then that's not a genuine guru. Next, a guru must receive his knowledge through disciplic succession coming from Krishna. So we said he has to be receiving the knowledge along, so within the parampara, coming from Krishna. A true spiritual master must be able to distinguish spirit from matter, and he must also be able to distinguish the soul from the supersoul. So if we hear a guru saying that there's no difference between our body and our soul, so it's between spirit and matter, then that is not a true guru, because he is clearly giving the wrong instructions, he's got the wrong notion. A guru must be able to distinguish the soul from the supersoul. So somebody who says we're all God, we're the Jivatma, but we are all God, there's many gods, then that is clearly a bogus guru, because the soul is different. We're part and parcel of the Lord, but we're not God. We're just like little sparks of a fire. The Supreme Lord is the fire, the big fire, and we're just little parts and parcels of him. We're not God. A guru's character must be pure. He must rigidly follow all the religious principles governing saintly behavior. So if we have a guru and he's teaching stuff, he's giving instructions, but he himself is not adhering to these religious principles. Let's say a guru says don't eat meat, but he himself is going home and having a plate of meat for his dinner, then we know that this is not a true guru. Or a guru who is claiming to be a saintly person, but then is very prone to issues like greed, anger, lust. This is not following the religious principles, and his character is not pure. So he's maybe telling lies. Then that is clearly not a true guru. A true guru must engage himself and others in glorifying the Lord as the ultimate activity for human society. He should not divert his energies to material welfare work. So if a guru is only concerned about opening hospitals and schools, only concerned about giving charity, then that means he's on a bodily platform. He doesn't understand that the body is going to be destroyed very soon, and that he's missing the important thing, which is to elevate the soul. We're the soul, we're not the body. So if he's diverting his energies to material welfare work, then that means this is not a genuine guru. Of course, we can help somebody on a bodily level, but as I said, it's the soul. The soul is eternal, and the purpose of a guru is to help the soul go back to Godhead. A guru should be engaging himself in glorifying the Lord, transcendental activities. A real guru who teaches by example must have the qualities of peacefulness, sense control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, wisdom, and faith in God. So these are a few qualities of a genuine guru. Obviously, if a guru says everyone is God, God is not a person, he's only an energy, that also is not a true guru. We can become God, or I am an incarnation of God. Let me eat meat and fish, drink and smoke. Or I can give you a mantra for success, for a fee. So that's clearly a guru who wants to make money, who is into this whole guru business just to make a living, for money. So that is clearly not a genuine guru. So early on we said in the first slide that we need to do menial service. So when we accept a guru, we accept to become a servant of our guru. And a servant means we cannot just feel it in our heart, but we have to show in our action as well. How are we a servant? How are we serving? Service is actually a privilege which is extended to a conditioned soul by the mercy of Guru. And why is there this emphasis on menial service? Is because menial service is important to develop humility. It helps us to develop the service attitude too. So there's a lot of menial service we can do for our guru, such as cooking, cleaning his room, doing his laundry, doing some shopping for him, or if he needs some physical help, as in maybe he's sick and he needs to be massaged, or maybe transported from one place to another. He needs help with walking, or needs medicines bought for him, or whatever. Maybe he needs to be. Sometimes we're so sick we cannot eat on our own, so we might need help with that as well. So all of this is called menial service. We can see in the picture on the right. So here we have a disciple who's actually massaging Prabhupada, our founder Acharya. On the left is Jagannath Das Babaji, he was actually more than 120 years old, and he had such a great disciple who was carrying him everywhere in a basket. His disciple's called Bihari. It's a menial servant, very important. So very, very quick look at bona fide gurus in our disciplic succession. So we know A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada is the founder Acharya of the Hare Krishna movement. His appearance has been described in the Brahma Vaivarta Purana. Lord Krishna describes that after 5,000 years of Kali Yuga have passed, a great sage and worshipper of Krishna's holy names will appear and spread the chanting of Krishna's names in the form of the Hare Krishna mantra, not only in India but throughout the world. So these we can see that this bona fide Acharya Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, his appearance has been foretold by the scripture. So he's a bona fide guru. Lord Chaitanya, who is none other than Krishna himself, predicted that in as many towns and villages as there are on the surface of the globe, my name will be broadcast. So Prabhupada took this as his heart and soul. He took on this mission to fulfill Lord Chaitanya's prediction. He left Vrindavan for New York in 1965, and in 12 years he spread the chanting of Hare Krishna throughout the world, as per the Brahmavivata Purana predictions. Prabhupada means, so Prabhu means master, and Pad means feet. So it's translated as one at whose feet all other masters sit. So Prabhupada is he's Jagat Guru, the Guru of the whole world. So obviously Prabhupada is in the disciplic succession as we saw it, the Bhagavad Gita disciplic succession that we looked at here. We can see Prabhupada is there, number 32. So Prabhupada, his guru was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and he instructed Prabhupada to make the teachings of Bhagavad Gita available to the English-speaking world. We can see here Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati giving the instructions to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada, he took the instructions of his guru very seriously, and he made it his life mission. So this is an example of how we should take the instructions of our guru and make it our life mission. So we know Prabhupada has translated so many books, so many scriptures, and he's made it easily available to us in the English-speaking world. So we're very grateful for to Prabhupada. So then we said the Guru of Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He established the 64 Gaudiya Math temples. So let's move on very quickly. So the Srila Gaura Das Babaji was Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's Guru. He lived in Vrindavan under trees. He was very, very renounced, and he cooked even in a rejected clay bowl. He would only drink Ganges water, mud. Sometimes he would not eat for long periods and only chant the holy names. Kishore Das Babaji chanted 200,000 names of Krishna every day. And then we have Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So he was a great personality. He was a high court magistrate, actually. He spent his life discussing Krishna and chanting the holy name. He wrote several books in Sanskrit. He established regular worship of deity. So he was manager of Jagannath Temple. And then we have Jagannath Das Babaji. He actually lived for about 144 years, and he was perfectly situated in Krishna Bhakti. He lived in Vrindavan and Navadvip. So that was just a little glimpse of different gurus, bona fide gurus. There's so many more, and so that is it for today, everyone. So please understand the importance of accepting a guru, surrender to a guru, and he can liberate a person from the cycle of birth and death. Hare Krishna. Thank you for your attention.